Okay, so my warm up. Uh, Basically, always start off by just free building whatever I just got on. So I'm freaking terrible. So my fingers are crossed. Okay, why do the builds look like this whenever I build them? It looks so weird, bro. Look at the same one. Okay, brick. It's fine. I don't like metal either. I don't like metal. Oh, keep mixing the stair. Like, start looking down a little more. Wait, that's better. Help. So whenever I free build, I never try to be flashy. Never try to be flashy, but whenever I do, just farm out my fuckers. Okay, don't judge me. I'm gonna watch some Aussie antics. The goat.
We just had our first proper tournament of the season. I want to break down what you need to know. What weapons should you be running? Where should you be dropping? How the pros playing it? And some interesting choices, especially around shotguns. A lot of pros aren't actually playing the pump shotgun, and I want to explain why that is. I also want to talk about what's happening with all the new duos. Why did Peterbot and Poyo not play the tournament together? Is this a bad sign for their vibes? And has Booga split up with Braids? I'm going to cover all the new duos, which ones are just having fun, and which ones might actually be new duos. There's a lot to talk about. Let's jump into it. Before I talk about the results of the Eval Cup, I want to talk about what I learned. I watched it on EU and NA, and it's been quite interesting. This is our first proper tournament of the new meta, and the pros are doing it a little bit differently than what I'm seeing in ranked and pubs, understandably. So, as far as the weapons go, one of the biggest surprises for me was the fact that a lot of pros actually aren't running the pump shotgun, and instead of running the 8-bit shotgun. And compared to how most pros are playing in pubs and ranked and running it down, this one surprised me a bit. Now, in opens lobbies, I think pros were definitely leaning towards the pump, but I noticed in set lobbies in the finals, especially EU, that's where the 8-bit shotgun came out a lot more. And this does make a lot of sense. Players in endgame are quite often weaker, so having a fast fire rate but still decently hard-hitting shotgun often lets you get more refreshes more easily. Also, because the Ranger assault rifle is so ridiculously good for Surge right now, it does like double the damage of the Scar. A lot of players are carrying it for their Surge, but it has a low fire rate. So if you do want to run that for your Surge, you could run the 8-bit shotgun, and the faster fire rate of that shotgun makes up for it a little bit. Honestly, super interesting. There have also been some bugs. I'm going to call it a bug with the 8-bit shotgun. There's a lot of bugs this season. But the 8-bit shotgun, in case you guys haven't seen it, you can shoot behind walls. It's kind of ridiculous. You don't even have to be standing out in the open. You can literally just stand behind a wall and get a perfect shot off. But I hear a lot of people in my chat saying, oh, that's why they're all running it. But not really. It's really hard to kind of use this against good players. You might be able to get it occasionally, but no. Most pros, I think, are running it just because it does hit so hard in endgame when players are weaker. So it's just easy to get quick refreshes. It does also do 75 structure damage to walls. So if you're carrying like a Ranger assault rifle or a slow fire rate weapon, you can find piece control a lot easier in endgame. One thing about the gun meta that I wasn't waiting to figure out, I pretty much already had this one figured out before watching the pros play. The minigun needs to be out of competitive. This thing is unbelievably broken. It is insane. I'm just going to show you a little end game from AIDS and Benno. This was all in one game in set lobbies, by the way. Not an opens tournament. This is against the best of the best players on the region, and this is how 2 miniguns looked in those lobbies.
Headshot. Oh, heck no, bro. What is that, bro? What? Bro, why are they taking the minigun now, bro? What? I know it's crazy, but why? It's so weird. I mean, I would too I would too, though. I would too. Like, they should either, like, nerf it so, so, like, the ammo will go down quicker, or just, put some, at least, like, nerf the damage, make it, like, one per each shot. 1 damage, 5 damage headshot. Sorry. Wait. I don't know, bro. That's just weird.
Funny on us? Hanging in the middle? Okay. When I that's 20, 800. And I'm up 91. Yeah, I just don't see how Fortnite is going to be able to balance this. I think they do just have to remove it from competitive. They could nerf it, but that would also nerf it in pubs and ranked, which I think a lot of players wouldn't complain about either because it is just as obnoxiously annoying to verse in pubs and ranked. But I just don't think the minigun is going to ever belong in competitive. There's almost no time where I think, oh, you know what would make this meta better? A minigun. And one thing that is making this so much more common is the fishing holes. I'll talk about that in a little bit when I talk about drop spots and loot. The other issue with the minigun is you don't even need 2 of them because quite often someone on the team is carrying the drum gun. And the drum gun is insanely oppressive as well. So the combination of the two, it's just making this meta so unbelievably spammy, and pros are understandably getting quite frustrated. I'm seeing a lot of complaints from pros. No one enjoys dying like this to double miniguns. It just isn't really that fun. So I'm expecting Fortnite to probably vault this one from competitive, especially considering they went with a very safe mobility meta like the overdrive grenade. Obviously knowing this season is global season. They don't want to do anything too crazy, but then they add the ability to just double minigun, instantly kill someone. Speaking of mobility, I'd love to be able to tell you that, oh my god, the pros have found out some crazy strategy with the new Sonic boots. They're super meta, they're really fun, they're exciting. No, I saw like 2 people running the Sonic boots at all pretty much the entire day, and I watched 10 hours of tournaments. The only time you ever see pros run them is if they find them off spawn to loot their PY quicker, and then they will drop them for overdrive grenades. This is 100% an overdrive grenade meta again. Maybe in the solo victory cups, we might see the Sonic boots come out because in solos, can kind of make it a bit more viable, but the item is just too weak. Your hitbox is too large. It doesn't really do that much structure damage where you can't really break through like a whole bunch of tarps in endgame, so it makes it really tough to rotate with, and it's too loud. It's also just too hard for 2 people to carry them. It's so much easier for just one person to carry 6 overdrive grenades than 2 separate people carry the Sonic boost. There's just a lot of reasons why I just don't think it's going to be meta, and we kind of all saw that coming. So whether you love it or hate it, we do have another overdrive grenade meta as the mobility and competitive. As far as what the main gun players were running, whether it was assault rifle or pistol, it was a pretty even split, especially while W King pros was picking up the gun they liked the most in high rarity, either a gold scar, gold pistol, the drum gun, the minigun sometimes. When it came to set lobbies, that's where pros were opting a lot more for the pistol and the Ranger assault rifle, just for, again, that long range surge damage as to be expected, but there wasn't really too much spice when it came to the main weapon of choice. As far as meds and mobility, like I already talked about, overdrive grenade and then meds is just Chug jugs, if you can find them, they still feel like they're everywhere. There's only 3 per vending machine now, but most PY is still getting enough gold to buy all 3, so they were kind of walking away with chug jugs very, very often. Now, the other reason why pros loot is looking ridiculous is abusing the golden fishing holes. They are insane. You get multiple gold weapons out of the fishing hole every single time. You can pretty much get an entire loadout in seconds, and there is so many of them around the map. Now, I'm a little bit torn on this one. I really like the fact there's a whole bunch of loot outside of the main POIs on the map right now, and gold fishing hole is one of the main reasons for that. But it does seem to lead to certain POIs just getting an ungodly amount of loot that does seem a little bit ridiculous. You can drop at Battlewood Boulevard, just fish up 2 gold fishing holes, and you have an entire loadout instantly. It's kind of ridiculous. And you also can get Rift Fish, which I don't need to tell you, one of the strongest mobility items you can have in endgame. Just sitting on low ground, chilling out, Rift Fish, fly to the sky, free rotate. So definitely abusing gold fishing holes would be my recommendation to you guys if you're going to be playing the upcoming tournaments, if Fortnite doesn't remove them. But honestly, I don't really know how I feel because I want more loot on the map, and I know removing them is going to take a lot of that away.
Okay, I'm doing the box fight aim just to, practice my box fight. I basically just go for right hand peeks. Don't care about trying to get as many hits as possible. And if there's something that I don't know if you can see me, like right there. If that was like standing right here, right? You could see me, that's terrible. Doing different types of movements. It's unpredictable without doing too much. I still don't know who I'm locking in for today. Oh gosh, so with a dual victory. Then I would either go for Surge, Balance, uh, Aim Duel, some of the best ones, Dodge Kraken, and what is this one? Oh, this one. Oh, this one, that's a good one. Try to keep your crosshair around his head and predict where he's gonna go. I'm sure see it full spamming it. Start playing Aussie antics again. Aussie, no, Aussie antics just go to like that.
Hey, so I don't know. Maybe I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Do you like the gold fishing holes, or do you think it's a little bit much? Before I break down the leaderboard, I will have to address what is going on with all the new duos. You probably saw that Peter Poyo didn't play together, Booger Braves didn't play together, Kingling Craze didn't play together, Yomzo was playing with Frezzy. There was a whole bunch of weird duos. Now, any of the duos that I saw that were new duos that haven't qualified to globals, I think probably did split up. Booger Braves being one of them. I talked to Braves. He said he's not really sure exactly what's going on, but because they're not qualified to globals, he's kind of assuming they might have split up. He hasn't really talked to Booger about it because they only just got back from the Esports World Cup. But a lot of the duos, like Pete ended up not playing with Poyo. Poyo played with Rapid. Pete played with Jace. Apparently, he was trying to play with Faxity, but Faxity couldn't play because he had family stuff on. Just any duo who is locked in for globals, they have not dropped their duo. Obviously, they've got globals right around the corner. Do I think it's a sign of, oh, Peterborough and Poyo hate each other now? Their vibes are terrible. They don't want to play with each other anymore. I don't think it's that deep. Pete and Poyo don't usually take the eval cups that seriously. As you guys know, we've seen it time and time again. Their vibes might be a little bit off after Esports World Cup, but honestly, I just saw it as them playing with some friends. Rapid can't play with Clicks because Clicks is still in Europe, so might as well play with Poyo. Pete wanted to play with Factory for a bit of fun. He even did that coming into the Esports World Cup before they had a bad tournament. So I don't think it's anything to do with vibes. I think they're just having fun playing with other people. It was super interesting, though, and worth pointing out, Peterborough was playing with a lot of passion. It's actually the most try-hard I have seen Pete play in the Eval Cup Opens. I was pulling up his streams and replays, and he was sitting in surge bases playing the meta, which is kind of insane to say for Pete in Eval Cups, and hopefully is a sign of him locking in and grinding. Would have loved to see him do that with Poyo, but maybe Poyo just didn't want to play try-hard and want to just run it down with Rapid. It is worth pointing out, Poyo and Rapid did not make the finals, whereas Peterborough and Jace did, so playing the meta worked. As for who was actually looking best on EU in the eval finals, we had Crimson Twire being the most consistent team on the day. They did manage to bring home 1-5 elimination win, but also...
Whoa, my aim is terrible. What? Yeah, that's just a balloon, bro. Yep, that's good enough. Surge tag. Four. Yeah, I need to put on all the antics again, bro. What the heck?
also a 9 elimination second, 4 elimination 8, and a 3 elimination 9. So getting all top 10s in their 4 games in the finals. We also had Coldry and Pikachu, who got a 6 elimination win, as well as a 5 elimination 5th. We had Suckybot and Vampy, who got their 7 elim win, and then 3 dud games. And then we had Minori and Darkos get a 5 elim win, as well as 3 dud games. So didn't have too many teams finding insane consistency outside of Cringe and Twy. A lot of the names you expect to try to get wins in this lobby weren't able to. Sky and Scroll's best game was a 9 elimination 4th. Chap and Flixie, their best game was a 4 elimination 18th. Akira and Skyjump's best game was a 4 elimination 7th. iDrop and Gonzo, best elimination game was a 5 elim 10th. It's just a lot of the big teams struggling, and I don't know if it's because it's a new meta, if it's this meta, or what's going on, but it wasn't really the dominant showing a lot of people are expecting from some of the big teams. NA was honestly a similar story as well. A lot of the big teams who were playing with their actual duo not really having the performances I would expect. Higgs and Kong did manage to get a 12 elimination 3rd, but their other games was a 22nd, 36th, and 31st. Aegis and Venom managed to get an 11 elim 2nd, though, a 20 elim 8th. That's where those clips of the minigun were coming from. They managed to get 26 and 11 as well. So I would say Aegis and Venom was one of the main teams that did really well. But actually, at the time,
You go take this, bro. Oh my gosh, she's locked on, bro. Oh, she's aimbot, bro.
And 6 elim 5th. It is worth pointing out that win was actually off the back of an insane solo clutch by Harvey. Finished dying with like.
Do you see that, bro? It's controller aimbot, bro. It's controller aimbot.
Played with Rezi and got a 7 elimination win as Josh wasn't able to play. Noisy and Creon came out with an 11 elimination win in game number 1 before dying on spawn 3 games in a row. Skittles wasn't playing with Cold. He ended up playing with, Ritual wasn't playing with Cold, ended up playing with Skittles, and they got a 6 elimination win and a 3 elimination 8th. Booga Craze managed to get a 3rd and 7th, looking pretty solid. We had Bucky make the finals. He did manage to make it off spawn a fair bit, even despite being contested. He got an 8th elimination 4th in game number 4. Peterbot, unfortunately, with Jace, wasn't able to bring home an insane performance, their best game being a 0 elimination 13th. They were contested off spawn, but they did win the spawn fight 3 out of the 4 times, but it was an interesting spawn fight. There was a European, a German team that went live streaming it with no delay and talking a lot of smack on Peterbot. I do want to point out what happened though when this guy did try to smack talk Peterbot and say that he is the
What the heck, bro?
best player.
Mum's life for the worst player. Mum's life for the worst player. Mum's life for the worst player. Mum's life. Look, you're dead now. Look, you're dead now. Look what the fuck he's doing. Look, you're dead. Say goodbye. Who the fuck is losing that? They're the worst players, Mum's life. But we're the worst
I think it's Moneymaker. Is this Moneymaker? He's 1v2 a Moneymaker. Oh my god. This one more cursed than I am.
Mum's life.
Holy sh**. This guy's more cursed than I am. Good god. And it's a European that's getting on so it looks even worse. There you go. Oh no. Oh no. Did Moneymaker end up losing? Oh no, Moneymaker won. He's Look at his face. It was definitely an interesting eval finals, especially on NA, with so many duos playing with different teammates, people just running it down with miniguns, Peterbot in whatever that off-spawn situation was. But it was a fun tournament to watch. We do have our first proper tournament taking place in a couple days. We have the Duo Reload Victory Cup taking place tomorrow or today, as of you watching this video. But then we have our first Divisional Cup open. And remember, Div Cups are only 1 day open, 1 day finals now, which I'm very excited for. Sadly, though, the point bug is back, which is going to make this so much more annoying to watch. I'm hoping Fortnite fixes this. If you guys don't know, the point bug is just every single game, your points are going to display back to 0. They are tracking properly, but when you're watching them like me,
Oh my freaking gosh, bro. What's bro? Oh. Why, bro? The point bug. No, like the one that makes you go back to 0. But not like in the whole tournament, but like, so you can like see your points. That crap is so annoying, bro. Like, that's just terrible. That's terrible. If that was a real game, I'm dead. It's called the Venom. The Venom thing. Yeah, this is the Venom. The Venom piece. I was practicing earlier. It's crazy. Hard to see you. Alright, I'm gonna show you why I did that peek. Like, say I'm like right here, right? I'm sitting back here, take me as well. You can barely see me. Because most players are gonna try to get a right hand peek on you. So you're gonna try to start moving right. That's what I do here. Move right. Because right here, like let's say right here. If he's standing right here, I will barely even be able to see him. Or he will be able to barely even see me. Like see? Like look right here. If I'm standing right here, I can shoot him right here. You can barely even see the point. So that's why pros try to do that. Meanwhile, I feel like over here, they're blocking away the right hand peak. The only way that they can shoot you is down here. But if you're like this, or at least like you have the floor and you edit the floor, so I'll show you too which one. Let's just finish this off. If you edit the floor like this, or like this, and like this, he can't shoot you from down there anymore. And this is the other peak, the Venom peak, like pro player Venom. He just does this, and then he just jumps and it's a good job. One more now. Yep, really good thing to do. Then either you do pre-fire, or phasing practice. And edit training is also one of the best ones. But also piece control. Piece control is also really good. But let's go with pre-fire. My pre-fire is having been the best. Oh, I missed that, bro. What the heck did I do, bro? Sorry, bro. Freaking suck. If you can like see him too, you're fine, but If you can barely even see him, just edit the wall. That's the lore or whatever. Hey, how much? Magazine, fire rate. But do they not have like the milliseconds to pull out the gun? That's not gonna do it anymore. Dude, that's a really fun one. Or if you go like this, you will be able to go in almost every single time. Just slide in. Let's try hard. I've only been able to get in a couple times. Hard is like 10 ping, I think. 10, 20 ping. And I'm on 30. Oh my gosh, I got it. Gosh, I'm getting it. Oh my freaking gosh, right? Um, oh my gosh, bro, he's getting full clipped. This one is the normal one. Not really the best at this. Okay, yeah, it's just not the best at that one, I think. And now this is gonna be too easy, right? I stand corrected. I didn't. Yeah, but I need to do a different one. Easy. Oh, easy is easy. Super easy. I'm not doing this one anymore. Rage quit, bro. The frick. Let's play some. Yeah, I keep forgetting to.
It's really hard to figure out who's going to qualify and who's not when the points reset every single game. I would say, Fortnite, please fix this bug, but honestly, there's bugs that are a much bigger priority right now. If you played the new season, you've already seen it. There's a build bug, an edit bug, a shoot bug, a moving bug, there was an aim assist bug. There's a lot of bugs right now, and I'm hoping that a lot of the devs were at Esports World Cup making sure that event ran smoothly, especially was running on a custom version of the game. I'm hoping now that they're heading back home, they can get on top of this because it has been one of the worst launches to a season we've had as far as how the actual gameplay is. This is the first time it's felt like, we're missing the 1,000 employees that everyone always makes jokes about. So fingers crossed Epic get on top of these bugs because I think the season does have potential. We just got to get some fixes rolling out and try and get some balance changes coming in. So I'm hoping Fortnite can fix this. Zero.
Alright, the video is done. Alright, let's go, bro. Let's go. 40 minutes. That's a lot of time. What? Alright, so maybe try if you got. Oh my gosh, my throat. If you guys wanna try my my routine, there it is. That's my warm-up routine. But maybe make it like 35 minutes max. Everything will work out. Trust me.